Switchback Formula Racing League. My name is Nick. I'm joined by Ben today. Ben, how are you, my friend?
Good. Very good.
Excellent to hear. So, we're in Brazil, at the Interlagos circuit. Drivers' Championship has been decided, but we still have the Constructors still to play for this evening or this morning, wherever you are. It's very early in the morning where I am, but I understand it's nice and early afternoon for you, and wherever you are, whatever time, welcome. So, Ben, can you take us through the championship standings? The drivers is decided. What's happening with the constructors?
So, in the constructors, right now we just have, we still have the title up for grabs today, which is good, very exciting. So it's Haas and Renault. Renault, obviously, is Honesy and Stewart, and Haas, formerly Kachow, but now Toss and Righty Boy. Haas just need a minimal performance to close it out. The gap is 34 points right now, so Renault would need to score 35 to take the Constructors' Championship win, which would be almost anything less than a 1-2 or 1-3 finish, and calamity for Haas. F1 would cause Renault to be champions, so most likely at the moment it's looking like Haas will win, but we just have to see.
Great. So it's been the talk of the Haas master plan all season. Toss has been phenomenal this season in SFR. He had a lot of help with Kachow early on in the season. He's not raced the last couple of rounds. So, yeah, it should be interesting. We'll talk a little bit about last week. So, last week's results. We were in Zandvoort last week, where Cornet took home the championship. So he did it in style. He took home the win in first place. Oricale came second. So it was a good drive from Oricale last week. He had a few first lap issues the last few weeks before that. Toss the Caber took home a very, very well earned for third place, final spot on the podium. Then it was Honesy, Exotic, another strong drive from Exotic. Delta Lima, phenomenal drive from Delta Lima. Frog LaBelle was a bit unlucky there at times. Righty Boy was a good drive from him. Then Giamma and Will Ans took home points as well, so P10. So great drive from him. Rainer Zufall took home the fastest lap as well. So that was last week. It was a very good
race.
It was very action packed. I think it was the safety car towards the end from memory. It was Frog LaBelle had a couple of issues there as well. So he did qualify pole last week. Frog LaBelle, he had good pace, but it was Cornet who came out on top. He qualified P2.
I think as well, Honesy and Cool Beans had the incident on the straight where Cool Beans' wheel disconnected, as we found out afterwards after the race on the Discord. Right. That completely changed the championship too, because Honesy was still fighting for it.
Yeah. So that kind of ended his championship aspirations. So Brazil, it's a 15-turn, 4.3 kilometer circuit. It's sort of tight, and it's got a bit of a mixture, hasn't it? Got the long straight. The Reto Aposta straight up the back there into turn 4, that center S at the beginning, but then it's that complex of 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, which is the more technical kind of almost go-kart-esque part of the track, which is that sort of more of a technical part. Also good to see 20 drivers once again. And my favourite is back, 5 Scoops, the commentator's dream name. So he's back this week as well. But what do you reckon of pole times? I'm thinking probably around the 106s, 107s.
Yes.
Should see us there. Yeah, should see pole in that vicinity. I'd say we'll get us there today. So looking forward to this one. It's the final. It's the final race of the season. Championship, like in terms of drivers' championship, I think it was Cool Beans has the opportunity. He's in 4th position. I think you were saying there,
yes.
Ben. So
he and Toss are fighting over 4th, and they still have a chance to catch Honesy in P3, but the gap is about 15 points, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, beautiful. So Chieto has made his way out onto the track. So he's the first one to come out. So last week, Chieto He qualified P15. Had a bit of a rough trot of it lately. His last 4 races, the highest he's been is 7th. The other 3 spots have been 20th and 15th. So he has been not a bad qualifier this season. But struggled a little bit the last month. But it is a pretty short lap. So track is getting pretty busy at the moment. I see most of the drivers are out on track. We'll keep an eye on tyres. Hones is usually one to go with the alternate strategy on the mediums. We'll see if he stays true to that today and does the same. Hi to Henry Rogers as well. Give me a hello on the stream. Welcome. I got your friend request. I got to accept that in a minute as well. So, yeah, this should be good. We'll see what sort of lap Shieto says. Shieto. So he's just coming through turn 12 now, the left-hander. And it's just a series of gentle bends. You wouldn't even really call them a turn in an F1 car. Different formulas of car. A little bit more difficult. But we'll see what he sets. He gets a 107 to start us off with. So a nice time by him. Just trying to get, there's a McLaren. Mike Edwards, I believe, is coming around. So we'll see what he can do. So 107.3. So we'll see if it might go into the 6s even, because that's a pretty quick time to begin with. We'll see where the others can get to. Mike goes a 108.5. So nice from him. Van Rocco, our fearless leader. What does he go? A 109.2. What about his teammate Delta Lima with a 108.3? So he did the hot lap this week. Here's Cornet and Will Ans. This is Will Ans. Cornet's in front of him.
Looks like they're coordinating a tub.
Yeah. So these two do work in conjunction with each other. They're quite team orientated, which you don't often see in online racing, but definitely these two do work really well together. Frog LaBelle, our pole sitter from last week, he goes to purple sector 2. You have quite a few times that have been laid down already, so that's a legitimate purple sector, not just because he's the only one to have gone through there. He goes a 107.2, so goes to the top of the timesheets there. Honesy, where are you, Honesy? You're in the pit, so I'll get off you. So we've got just over 13 minutes left in the session. Nearly everyone's set a time. Cool Beans, Red Dog, Honesy, Righty Boy, and 5 Scoops yet to set a time. So we're on board with Red Dog as he comes up the Retta Opasta straight, turn 4 here. Using the curve on the inside of turn 5 as well. So it's a tight and little twisty circuit. It all happens pretty quickly. 78 seconds and the lap is done. So it's not a long one. It's this technical section here is through 8, 9, 10 and 11 is the more technical part. If you get this right, you're usually able to hook up the lap. How do you find this circuit, Ben? You enjoy Interlagos?
It's great. It's super flowing compared to a lot of more modern day Tilcadromes. So just really enjoy the drive sometimes. So with especially sector 2.
Yeah. With
moderating throttle input and making sure you don't just perfect lines really.
Yeah, really trying to turn that car back on itself through turn 9 is quite important as well, I found. Red Dog goes P12 with a 108.1. Righty Boy in the other half, so toss the caber.
Is Righty Boy out now on the track?
Yeah, he's coming through.
Because he had a disconnection issue, I think, at the beginning of the session, but it looks like he's okay now.
Yep, so he's back out there, so he's yet to set a time though. So he's coming through now. The Red Bull gets out of the way for him. And he is taking the shortest run to the line. There's a 107.7, so good enough for P10, so not bad.
I think some of the interesting things, some of the drivers that I know from past experience racing with them that are very good on this track, Toss, he was very good in NRL on this track this year. Yep. So is Exotic, actually. Same with Cornet, but Cornet's pretty good at every track, so then again, is that really different? I don't remember much else about any of our other competitors at this track, but those were just some of the ones that stood out on my mind.
I think this track's a favourite of Toss. NRL, he did have an incident there.
Yes.
This
A very
season.
climactic incident.
Yeah. We won't go into too much detail, but he does like this circuit, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's currently sitting in P6. He's a 107.5. Our leader is Frog LaBelle with a 107.2, so that's a pretty decent time. It's Schieto and Cornet F1 in P2
Very good lap
and
from
3.
Schieto.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, he's had a bit of a rough qualifying run lately, but seems like he's got his eye in, and he's looking good for this race so far today. This qualifying session.
I also have a weather report. So right now we've got dry, and then at the 45-minute mark on the weather report, it just says rain. So we could end the race with rain if we get a safety car, which would be very exciting.
Oh, very, very exciting. So a bit of race to spice it up at the end. I'm liking 5 Scoops helmets, the classic red Michael Schumacher championship years helmet with the red Ferrari. I'm liking it a lot. Schieto goes faster again. Yes, Schieto goes faster again. And 5 Scoops goes at 107.4. So
fastest lap from Schieto. He's been pretty far down the leaderboards, no offense to him in recent races, but he's found some pace.
Definitely.
Somewhere.
I don't know what he's had for dinner or what he's done this weekend. Honesy goes a 107.6 on those mediums, so that's the standard strategy from Honesy these days is to go out on those medium tyres. We've got just under 10 minutes left. This is a short qualifying session, so we do the 18 minutes. We're approaching the halfway mark. At the moment, it is the man in the Ferrari, the Italian, with a 107 flat.
And Exotic goes a 107.3.
Nice. A shout out to Exotic. He raced in FRL last night as well. Got up at 3 a.m. American time as Rainer Zufall crosses the line with a 107.5. So shout out to him. It was chaos. The start to finish, it was madness. So, but he put in a really good effort. He was looking like a possible podium there. At the latter stages of the race, we had a couple of issues.
And you can see that race on the CCR.
Yes, right, yes, perfect segue. Good inter-promotion there, Ben. I'm liking it. All right, so we've got Adama on screen. Frog LaBelle goes fastest with a 106, so it's the first driver to go into the sixes, a 106.9 from Frog LaBelle. So last week's pole sitter looks like he's trying to repeat from Zandvoort. As we see Rainer Zufall, he enters the pits. I think Mike Edwards might be. Oh no, he's trying to improve his time. So he's P19 currently with a 1:18.5. So is he going? He's going to go around again. So it's a little bit tricky to determine if they're going to pit or not. It's a 1:08.1. So that's good enough for P16 for Mike Edwards. Big Boy 85, he's just starting his lap, so we'll get back to him. We'll see if 5 Scoops is on a hot lap. Looks like he is, So he's going to try and improve his time of a 107.4. He does, he goes a 107.1. So that's good enough for P3, that's row 2 of the grid. So he's looking good today. Big Boy 85.
So close in qualifying right now. Look at that, from P2 to P8, we just 4/10ths, and specifically from P5 to P8, we have just hundredths, 200ths, basically.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's tight between Exotic, Cornet, Toss, and Giamma as well as Rainer Zufall. He's in there, but we're in the 107s all the way down to P14 currently. So it's looking like it should provide a pretty competitive grid. And hopefully the racing's just as competitive as well. So
I'm really looking forward to see if we can get the rain at the end.
That will be interesting. It wouldn't be the first time that it's rained towards the end of the Brazilian Grand Prix. We saw in 08 with Big Boy.
Glock?
Yeah, is that Glock. So 107.3 from Big Boy 85. So a good time from him. He's up there. This is Righty Boy in the Haas. They're one hand on the constructors. He's down in P13 though, so it's not going to exactly help them out. Stuart Little, haven't mentioned his name yet this week. He goes P8, so 107.8, so nice lap from him. Good to see his backers Stuart Little and not what he was last week, whatever it was, Lewis Porkington or whatever it was. But he's back to normal. Cornet, he looks like he's on it just took a little bit of a wider line. That's a very slow time, so it's not going to improve his time. This is Giamma, so he's a 10th up currently. He's in P10 with a 107.3. He goes to 4th with a 107.1. So nice time from the two AlphaTauri guys in P4, P5. Big Boy 85, he's on a cooldown lap, so we'll get away from him. Delta Lima. So in the Cool Runnings Inspired helmet, did the hot lap this week. He's going to pit us. We've got to start talking him up, but he's gone into the pits. Righty Boy's slowing down.
Toss is crossing the line. Oh, P2 for Toss.
Oh, nice.
106.99.
There we go. So you pointed it out. This is one of his favourite tracks. I think, does Cool Beans have some sort of penalty? I think this week, maybe a qualifying ban.
I think he may have had a one-shot penalty. I will go check.
Yeah, thank you. I should have probably done that earlier, but all right. Back to the action. Will, this is Will. He's on a bit of a cooldown lap.
Yeah, so Cool Beans has a one-shot penalty, one-shot quality penalty.
There we go. All right.
So he's probably waiting till the end to get maximum track evo, I assume.
You'd have to think that's probably what he's thinking. At the moment, though, it's Frog LaBelle. And I thought it was the AlphaTauri guys were doing a little bit of teamwork there, but they haven't.
I saw that too on the mini-map.
Yeah.
They're just racing into the pit lane.
Racing to get into the pit before the other. Frog LaBelle with a 106.9 is clubhouse leader in P1. Toss the Cable with a 106.991. So 4 tenths. Whatever it is. It's hundreds, tenths, thousands. So tenths. Behind Frog LaBelle, Shadow in the Ferrari. So he's having a great result today. 5 scoops in the other Ferrari. He's P4. Then it's teammates again. So the two AlphaTauri guys in P5, P6. Then Exotic, the man we're on board with now. He does improve his time, but doesn't move up a position. He remains P7. Big Boy, Cornet. So Cornet's having a bit of a rough trot of it today. P9, don't really find him down there that often. And to round out the top 10, it's Stuart Little with a 107.3. As we see Will trying to catch a toe of Cornet down the back straight as he heads into turn 4. So just under 4 minutes remaining in this session. This is Mike Edwards coming through turn 11, now turn 12. He's gone a fast at purple sector 2, so he was 8 tenths up on his best time. That would get him around P11, P10. We'll see where he comes out. Nice tight line there, getting the shortest run to the line. P7 with a 107.2, so a nice time from the McLaren driver. Yeah. So Van Rocco's in the pits. Delta Lima, he's on an out lap. Let's get back to Will finishing up his lap. So we'll see if the toe from Cornet down the back straight helped him out. He's in P15 at the moment. Not too sure, he's just cruised to the line there. So not sure about that. Maybe a little bit of sandbagging there from the Red Bull driver, or not too sure what's happening. He's down in P15. Had a good qualifying last week from memory.
Maybe we'll take out the sandbags this lap. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Not too sure what was going on there, but anyway, we've got 2.5 minutes left. This is Mike Edwards has gone fastest again in Sector 2. So he set another purple Sector 2. He's P7, 107.2. I think he's going to pit. He does.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think I figured out what Cornet and Will. I think Will was waiting for Cornet to get ahead of him so that they could orchestrate the toe properly.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Or Will was towing Cornet. I can't really tell, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Cornet's gone 2 tenths faster, though, than his best time. He's 107.3. He's in P10. So we'll see if he can improve that as he comes through turn 15. The infamous side of Alonso in 2003. P4, 107.1 from Cornet. So nice work from the Dutchman. He's split the two Ferraris at the top there. What about Delta Lima? What can he do? He's 8/10 up. He's in P19 at the moment. I think he'll move from there pretty shortly. He does. He moves into P10 with a 107.3. So nice lap there from the this week's hot lap driver. Cool Beans is out on his lap, so he's just beginning. We've got 5 Scoops goes fastest with a 106.5, 106.8. So the Ferrari driver takes pole position currently. Cool Beans though goes to purple sector 1 on his first and only run of this session. We'll keep an eye on him as well. We've got a few other drivers who are going to cross the line.
Looks like the
before
track
him.
is fucking packed right now.
Yeah, it's chockers. It's pretty much everyone's out there except
for Chiato. Interesting.
Yeah, I can see about 4 drivers in the pits. Looks like it's Big Boy, Willans, and Chiato. So that's 3 drivers. So we'll stick with Cool Beans until he comes across the line, and then we'll go through everyone else. So I see another Exotics out there on his out lap. So yeah, track very busy. Cool Beans, he is going to cross the line with a 107 flat. So nice lap from him. That's good enough for P4, where he stands in the championship as well. What about the 2 Alfa Romeo boys, Alfa Tauri boys? They're giving each other a tow down the straight. So Giamma P6, Aracale P7. So nice teamwork from those 2 guys.
Toss is on a lap today as well.
Let's get to him. He's there's an Alfa Romeo off. I'm not too sure if that's Van Rocco or Delta Lima. Get back to Toss in a second. I think Rainer Zufall is going to finish his lap earlier. So 5 Scoops feels like that's a pole position time that he doesn't need to worry about. That he's going to be able to just cruise on in. He's retired from the session. Rainer Zufall, he is in P15 and he remains in P15. Toss the Caber. Where are you, Toss? He's just coming around, turn 15 now. I don't think he's going to improve his time, though. No, he doesn't. All right, so he remains in P3. Cool Beans is on a cool-down lap.
It looks like Holmesy got his lap invalidated, so he's in P16. He's stuck down there.
Yeah, but Mike Edwards is not going to improve his time. He's down. Holmesy, Stuart Little, they're finished. What about Aracale?
P11.
Aracale's invalidated, so is Giamma, so those guys aren't going to improve either. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think we're going to... Yeah. So it's...
Cornet P8. Shocking.
Yeah, it's very low qualifying for him. So it's 5 Scoops from Frog LaBelle and Toss the Caber are our top 3. So congratulations to those guys. Good result there by Chiato as well. So P5. So well done to him. Giamma. So the 2 Alfa Tauris are right next to each other. So in P6 and P7. And as you point out, Cornet. So that's P8 for him. Stuart Little in the Renault P9, and then Righty Boy. So he's been a good contributor, hasn't he, Righty Boy, to this league? He's usually pretty solid. Exotic in P11. We'll go through the rest shortly when it comes back up on the screen. In terms of qualifying results, Cornet, so his worst qualifying result was round 3 in Spain. He qualified 11th and 10th in Silverstone as well. So it's not his worst qualifying position, but it's certainly not his best. Mike Edwards was up there as well, so P12. Good to see him doing well. Delta Lima in P13. So nice drive there from Delta Lima. Big Boy 85. He's in P14. Rainer Zufall P15. Then Honesy in P16, and then we'll get to the rest. I've got to just try to write them all down as I go so I can refer to them later on. But what did you think of the qualifying session there, Ben?
Very interesting. We've got a very mixed up grid from what I thought it would be. People like Cornet and Exotic. I have a feeling somebody like Exotic might be sandbagging a little bit, see if he can get the hard strategy, because if it does rain at the end of the race and you are on the hards, you'll just have to make one stop, and that'll be a huge advantage. So we might see the people from P11 back down actually have the preferable strategy, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see what the guys are going to do in terms of tyres. Now, I think Honesy, did he qualify on the mediums as he normally does? Where did he come out? Just having a look for him. Yeah, he did qualify on the mediums in P16 as well. So is Willands P17. I'll get all this sorted out. Adamar,
do you have any predictions?
The last time I did predictions, Stuart Little crashed out. So my prediction days are finished. But good segue. I'm loving your work today, Ben. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
So the predictions. I've got the just the race director screen up. So it looks like Exotic, Honesy, Willands, and Adamar are all going on to the hard tyres for now. Everyone else is on softs. So we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so predictions. Haas Constructors Championship was one of the predictions. These are not mine. These are the predictions that are on the notebook.
No commentator's curse has been bestowed upon these.
Exactly. That's the disclaimer. These are not mine. These are the views of the predictions of the league that are on the notebook. If you haven't seen it, check it out. With my main man Van Rocco on there. Stuart Little, no points for 5th race in a row. He's qualified P9, so that's a bit rough, isn't it?
That's a bit mean, isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder who that was. We'll see on the review episode. But Delta top 8, I think that's most definitely a possibility. Time penalty for a regular voter. That's always a weird one. It's like because it's regular corner cutting today. Rain at the end of the race. Someone got finally.
Somebody is. Well, we don't know. I don't want to. We could finish the race on time and not have the rain. I don't want to jinx it.
All right. Well, it's rain's been predicted. I think just about every race this season and not happened yet. So the last race.
We could be in Bahrain and they predict rain.
Exactly. Williams to outscore AlphaTauri. So. Okay, that's an interesting one. We'll keep an eye on that. And then a Red Bull P1 and P4. Very specific there. They didn't specify whether it be Will or Cornet who would win. They've just said a Red Bull P1, P4. But that was the least amount of predictions for the season so far, which from my point of view, I don't mind. It's
makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
So
when there's like 20 of them,
I'll go through a tire strategy here.
Yep.
So, in P11 we have Exotic starting the hards, just as I predicted. What a shocker. Medwards or Mike Edwards. I don't know what he wants me to call him. I feel Mike Edwards. He's going Medwards. He's going for the mediums. Rainer Zufall on the mediums. Honesy on the hards. Will on the mediums. Adamar on the mediums. Red Dog on the hards, and then everyone else outside the top 10 is on softs, and everyone inside the top 10 is also on softs.
Great. All right, I had the screen up there for you as well, so it looks very, very professional, like we're a well-oiled machine. Because that's what we are, Ben. That's what we are. This is it's been good actually. Commentating together. I think we're a good team. I don't mind saying so myself.
We try.
Yeah, we've gotten good feedback. We got some good feedback in the Discord last week as well. So thanks to everyone who gave us a shout out. It's been very enjoyable. All right.
Also, thanks to everyone who's watching.
Yes.
Who watches who's not in the Discord, and if you do watch us, please drop a like on the stream. That would really help us.
Yeah. Yes. Big shout out. Whether you're watching us, replay or live, give us a comment, give it a like. Most importantly, give the CCR network a subscription because there's like 3 leagues that are on there. It's pretty exciting racing.
Nick does all the commentary.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. So. If you don't like me, then don't subscribe to it because I'm all over it. Soft tyres, you're looking between 14 to 16 laps on the softs around here. The mediums, you're going to get roughly about 18 to 20 laps, and then the hards, anywhere between sort of 23 to 25 laps on those in the lifespan. So, this is Cornet having a bit of a moment through turn 11 on the warm-up lap there, so not too sure what happened to him there. He's all right. Everyone's got off the line. I'm just super impressed. We've got 20 drivers again. I think the lowest we've had this season, I think was 18. I think was the lowest. But other than that, it's been 20 drivers every week. So it just shows that it's a very committed league. It's really well run by Van Rocco. The admin of Willands as well. He does a great job of it. And, you know, with the notebook, with what Delta Lima does, and then we've got the hot laps, and it's a very interactive league. So, yeah, I think that's showing today and all season as well.
So it looks like the back of the grid's pulling up here.
Yeah, so Van Rocco at the back. He's on the wheel. He's not at his best at the moment. He's adapting to a wheel. But let's get going anyway. So grid's all set. So it's 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The season decider, and let's go racing. So Frog LaBelle looked like he had a pretty good start there off the line. He's going to take P1 into turn 1. So Frog LaBelle's got into the lead there. Oh, there's a spinner. That's Cool Beans. Cool Beans has spun around. So it looks like everyone else has gotten through all right. Toss the Capers up into P3. So that's good for the championship. Righty Boy is up into P7 as well. So a good start for the Husk guys for that Constructors Championship. They all run pretty...
Now the tower goes off.
That was Oricale. So his first lap issues have come back to haunt him again today after last week. He had a good run of it. Delta Lima's moved up to P9. He gives Mike Edwards...
He's out of stalker.
Yeah, he's going to try and go around the outside of Mike Edwards
there. He's got the soft tires.
So great start from him. Van Rocco's moved up into P15 as well. So
good start from Exotic as well. P7. He's on the hard, so he passed everyone with better compounds.
So great start by him. Cool Beans. So he doesn't have any damage. That's Adamar and the other Williams. He runs a little bit wide there. So looks like and Big Boy 85. He's got some sort of wing damage at the back. So it's Frog LaBelle leading us from 5 scoops. This is going to be a good little battle here. Toss the Cabers in P3. Shadows managed to convert his good qualifying into P4, and it's Cornet F1 in P5. So yeah, Righty Boys had a good start. As you pointed out, Exotic as well is moved up into P7. I think Stuart Little is taking Rainer Zoo forward down the straight into turn 4. He does. So he moves to P10. With Stuart Little. So whoever predicted he's not going to finish in the points, he's proving them wrong currently. Long way to go. I'll stay right away from that from now on because that cursed him last time. So Delta Lima, he's putting some pressure on Mike Edwards.
Looks like this is going to be a train here. P7 backwards because Exotic's on the hard tires, so he's not going to have the pace advantage over anyone behind.
So Cornet's just taken Toss the Caber for P4, so Toss has dropped down into P5. His teammate
Toss must have made a mistake then. He's also behind Chieto now.
We think we've had a spinner. Will Ans, that's at turn 13. So he's had an issue coming out of there. Looks like they're going through. This is Red Dog. Had a little touch with Giamma, who's going to try and go down the inside of Cool Beans into turn 1. Can't quite pull it up, so Cool Beans maintains that position. He's down in P15, so he had that spin earlier on. They've got Van Rocco ahead of them. He opens up the DRS. He's got his ERS. He's going to get Cool Beans going to get blocked a little bit from Van Rocco. So Jam is able to get that done. Honesy's moved down into P30. Oh, Cool Beans comes back. Nice move from the Racing Point driver. Van Rocco's a bit of the meat in the sandwich at the moment. Just get out of the way, Van Rocco, for these guys. Don't ruin your race. Giamma takes him as well. Red Dog's going to get in there as well. Something about the... I can't remember who's the wooden spoon for the championship at the moment. But Delta Lima's doing Alfa Romeo proud. He's in P9, so that's points for them. But at the front is Frog LaBelle from 5 scoops from Cornet.
Also got Pacietto.
Yeah, so he's in P3. So he's on the Dutchman's on a charge. We've seen him do this in the past where he can sort of sway his way through the field. Speaking of moving your way up through the field, Delta Lima is in P8. And you might hear the excitement in my voice, but this man has come alive in the last 3 races or so. Last 4 races, I think. It's fantastic to see. He's got the Cool Runnings inspired helmet on, and he's flying at the moment. He's P8, just behind Exotic in P7. Stuart Little is in P9. He's under attack from Mike Edwards in the McLaren as they're coming through turns 6 and 7 now. I think he's got a different helmet than usual today as well, Stuart Little. He's changed that up a little bit. So I'm not too sure what that's in aid of as well. big shout out to Roberto Hajimarco.
Oh no, Shiato's off.
Well. Where is he?
He's in P12 now, or P14.
Oh no.
Oh no, he spun.
He's had a, yeah, because he got wind damage. No, he doesn't. So that was that was turn 10. He's come off. Alright, see, Red Dog's trying to get past him now. Does he have wind damage? He doesn't have any wind damage. He doesn't. Alright, let's get back to it. Frog LaBelle in the lead from 5 scoops. This is the closest battle that we've got.
Looks like he's got a run on him.
Yeah. He's going to go up, send it up the inside. There's plenty of room in that corner as well to go too wide, so that's fine. He's going to have the inside for turn 6 and 7. 5 scoops has got putting him under all kinds of pressure. Frog LaBelle can handle his own though, so he's no slouch. We saw him.
So it looks like Frog LaBelle is out of ERS as well.
Yeah, he's down to. I've got 24%.
Yeah.
On my screen.
So 5 scoops has a serious advantage in battery power.
Yeah, he's got double the battery at the moment. So I reckon he's going to have a crack with the DRS up the front straight. Yeah, so he gets a really nice run out of the final turn there. Goes up the inside and is able to get that done pretty comfortably. So a change of the lead. It's 5 scoops leading from Frog LaBelle. So he tried to defend as hard as he could, but as we've seen, 5 scoops. Oh, he makes a bit of a mistake. And he's dead.
Frog LaBelle back through.
Yeah, so he must have lost a little bit of traction there through turn 2 and 3. And he's been able to regain the lead for Frog LaBelle. So in the meantime, Cornet, he's 3.3 seconds behind these two. So, and looks like Honesy's moved up into P10. He's on those hard tyres. Yeah. We won't see any pit stops anytime soon with these soft runners. Not for another 10 laps or so. So we're not going to see any pit stops upset the rhythm of this race as it sits on lap 6 of 36. This is round 12, season 2 of the SFR League. This is the round 12, the final round of the season. Just struggling to talk a little bit at the moment. But so Frog LaBelle seems like he's able to keep him behind, keep 5 scoops behind. This is where he overtook him last lap.
Here it comes again though.
He's going to go around the outside this time though.
Into the center S. A huge lockup.
Frog LaBelle's side by side with him. He's not going to give it up without a fight.
Makes it stick though.
But he does. So it's a change of the lead again. So 5 scoops goes through turn 3, takes Frog LaBelle for P1. As we can see, Cornet just in the background lurking there. Toss the caber as well. So this is great for Haas. This is the master plan. P4, P5. This would be enough for them to take home the Constructors' Championship quite easily. The 2 Renault drivers are down P8 and P10. So Stuart Little, P8, Honesy in P10. Just having a look.
It looks like Exotic's in P6 right now with the hard tires, so he's on a huge strategy advantage. He's only 1.9 seconds behind Righty Boy and Toss. So if that rain comes, he'd have a very big lead, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say you're spot on there. So we're just on board with Honesy now, trying to make his way past Rainer Zufel. So Rainer Zufel's on those medium tyres. Honesy's on the softer hards. We'll see if he can get past him. But so Frog LaBelle though, 5 scoops isn't just going to walk away with this as we've seen in the past. Frog LaBelle's just a half a second behind him. He was a little bit closer earlier on in the lap. Honesy did get past Rainer Zufel as well into turn 1. So it looks like Oricale is going to have a go as well. And then it's Cool Beans and Giamma battling it out behind them too. So we'll keep an eye on those guys as we watch these two. So this is Oricale looking to go around the outside of Rainer Zufel. Didn't quite get that done. So plenty of action to start this race. So Oricale goes around the outside.
What a good move.
Of 7. So that's the overtake of the race so far. Oricale.
For sure.
Turn 7, write it down. Oricale lap 8.
8.
Beautiful. All right, got it written down. So yeah, nice driving there from the Italian. keeping an eye on the lead there as well. So Stuart Little and the other Renault. We'll get back to Coolbeans. We saw that battle earlier on between him and Mike Edwards. I'm going to call him Mike Edwards. That's what his username says. So his PSN name, or it's Edwards, whatever it is. I'm going with Mike Edwards. Delta Lima and Stuart Little into turn 1. So that's a change of position. Stuart Little's moved up to P7. Having a good race today. So he's on the soft tyres, as is Delta Lima. Hones is on the hard tyres behind Delta. We'll see if that's going to be enough advantage for Delta to hold on to that position. As we're watching Mike Edwards and Coolbeans have a change of position now. No, it wasn't. So Mike Edwards trying to get past Giamma. Plenty of action happening. Plenty of overtakes.
Yes.
A bit hard to keep up with at the moment. All right. So we're starting to settle down a little bit. We're lap 9 of 36. Those 9 laps have flown by as well.
Somebody's off. Oh, Froggle Bell! He's off!
Oh, 2 weeks in a row. This is coming around the final.
Doesn't look like he has any wing damage that I can see.
No, I don't think he does either. He's going to continue on. I don't know what's happened, but that's moved Toss up into P3. Righty Boy's going to give chase to Frog LaBelle in P4. Exotic moving his way up really nicely. He's P6 currently. So he started P11. He's having a good race. Delta Lima.
Looks like Stuart Little's weaving to break the toe in the background.
Yeah, I'm just I'm on board with Delta at the moment. Currently, his teammate Brown Rocco's in P15, so Delta's flying the flag for points for the Alfa Romeo team today. So these two are pretty close. Honesy hasn't been able to gobble him up as we'd expect, but he's on that hard tyre. Delta's on the quicker soft. Still not really that close to the pit window. We're expecting probably around lap 14, 15, I'd say, around there to get him started. This is a good drive so far from Delta. The lead out in front though is 4.9 seconds between 5 Scoops and Cornet. Toss the Cable in P3. He's a further 1.2 seconds behind him. Frog LaBelle's 1.8 behind Toss. Then it's, so this is, we've got our first pit stop. Oricale's pitted. Yeah, so let's see, he's going to go to the medium tyres. So, interesting strategy. That's not, you'd have to sort of bank on getting a safety car and really have your tyre conservation strategy in place there.
Or he might be betting on the rain. That's another thing.
Yeah, possibly. We've not seen rain in this league all season. So that's a pretty low probability bet, but no risk, no reward. Yeah. So this is still Honesy and Delta Lima. Delta Lima is doing really well to hold off the fast charging Honesy, who's P2 in the championship. His championship aspirations were shattered last week with the incident with Coolbeans where he lost connection to his wheel. So ran into the back of him and pretty much ended the race and the championship hopes for Honesy. So nothing intentional, just a technical difficulty. And it looks like Honesy is going to get past Delta. He does. So along the main straight, he can hold it into turn 1. So he's moved up into P8. His teammate Stuart Little's in P7 just ahead of him. So the two Renault guys trying to put up a fight for the constructors. But at the moment, Toss and Righty Boy are bringing it home for Team Haas at lap 12 of 36. Gap out in front, it's 5.1 seconds. Toss the Cave is still a second behind Cornet. Starting to close the gap a little bit, but not anywhere near being able to set him up for an overtake just yet.
So Toss has gotten in DRS, that's interesting.
So we'll see if he can, he's going to activate it on this lap. Oh, Cornet's pitting.
Like Cornet's boxing.
Yeah, okay, and he's on the soft tyre, so is Toss. Alright, so it's saying that the lap pit window is open. So lap 13. So we'll see who else ducks in there. Stuart
Oh,
Little
we got
is pitting.
yellow flag somewhere. I think
Sector
that's
2,
Morocco.
Sector 3. So Delta Lima's pitting, Stuart Little's pitting, and Cornet, as we saw earlier. So pit stops are beginning to happen as it's 5 Scoops out in the lead. It's Toss, who we're on screen currently, in P2, and then Frog LaBelle in P3. Alright, so we're with Cool Beans. He's chasing down Rainer Zufor in P7. Rainer's on those medium tyres. Cool Beans on the softs. Oricale's moved up a position past Stuart Little, who's pitted onto those hards. So it looks like he's going to go until the end. Let's see what Cool Beans can do if he can get past Rainer here. Those tyres are coming to the end of their life though. So I'm not too sure if he will try too hard, because he'll be having to pit soon, so he doesn't want to risk his race. Good recovery though from him. 5 Scoops is pitted, so he's in the pits. He's going to go to the hards. Alright, so that means that Toss the Cabers inherited the lead. It's Frog LaBelle and Righty Boy in P3, so obviously they haven't pitted yet. But we're starting to see a bit of the strategy play out. Where are we? So just looking at this battle with Cool Beans again. This is the closest 2 cars on the track. So we'll keep an eye on Toss the Caber as well. We'll see when he pits. As we've both mentioned, it's one of Toss's favourites. What do you think of the race so far? Where do you see it at the moment? Almost halfway.
I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if we get a safety car. They said rain at 45 minutes, so either the rain will come at the end of the race without a safety car just a little bit before, or it just won't come at all. So if a safety car comes out, this will change things drastically, like in a very bonkers way, as Toss boxes now.
Yep, he's in. Lead. Yep. So his teammate Righty Boy is going to have to stay out. He's got the rough end of the stick on that one. But it's Toss in the pits. Means it's Frog LaBelle and Righty Boy, P1, P2. Cool Beans looking to put a move on Rainer, still can't get it done. Exotic now up the main straight, looking to go up
Retro Pasta
inside of Righty Boy. He does. So great move from Exotic there to go into turn 4. He's in P2. He's been racing really well, Exotic, lately. The last 4 to 6 weeks.
Sorry, as you were talking about that, Cornet, Toss came out right in front of Cornet, and Cornet was able to get out and had. It looks like Toss has come out on the medium, so that'll be very interesting. Yeah, well, Cornet's on the hard, so he's going to go to the end. So, as you mentioned, maybe it's a bit of a gamble for the rain. Personally, I don't think the rain's coming. It still looks like it's pretty good conditions. I know we've still got 20 laps left, but I don't really see it happening at this stage. Well, let's see. Looks like someone's off. Is that Will, I think?
That's it. It's turn 4.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It's a Red Bull. Yeah. So the other Red Bull's on the screen currently. Righty Boy pits now. So it's relatively. Not too sure what. I don't have the pit lane time for this one. I didn't do that this week. I don't know. It's relatively short. It's probably going to be anywhere between 20 to 30 seconds. Cornet goes up
behind. Cornet and Toss. Yes, Cornet goes out to the outside. Oh, wheel to
wheel.
wheel.
Toss is able to fight back there as well, so retain the position. He's going to go, and Cornet's going to go again up the back straight into turn 4. So nice work from Cornet. So he's moved into P8, but obviously people ahead of him still need to pit as well. So that's we'll work that out very, very shortly. But it's 5 Scoops up in P4. So he's probably our net race leader currently. Just trying to work it out in terms of stops. Where are we? Yeah, so 5 Scoops would be our net race lead. So, oh no, Toss! Almost went around then. We've seen Toss, we've seen him spin a few times. He almost went around. Frog LaBelle is in the pits now. He's pitting from P3.
So I assume Frog is going to go for the mediums. He started out really long, but he does go to the mediums.
Yeah, so that's going to be, he's going to have to stretch them all the way to the very end, which I think on those tyres, definitely possible. Alright, so we're starting to see it all play out currently. So the driver's yet to stop. Exotic and Honesy in P1, P2. Rainer Zufall in P4 and Mike Edwards in P5. So, yeah, essentially the net race leader would be 5 Scoops. And then P2, P3 would be Toss and Cornet as well.
Rather interestingly, as we talked about, last race that these two had together in Brazil, we had that incident at turn 7.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's playing through their minds.
I'd say so. They've been interesting dance partners in the past. We'll see if they can keep in step with each other in this race here. So just getting back to the tyres. All right, so started to see a lot of the strategy played out. We'll have to wait for when Holmesy and Exotic decide to pit, as well as Rainer Zufall and Mike Edwards. But in the time,
looks like Mike Edwards is boxing.
He's just pitted now. Beautiful. So Mike Edwards is starting to get onto the back of these two. A bit of a break lock up there into turn 1. Runs pretty deep.
Oh! Frog LaBelle nearly spun out, going through the exit of the Senna S.
Yeah, he's dropped right back. Toss had a good run on Cornet. He had the DRS. He's on those medium tyres. So Cornet's on the hard. So different strategy in terms of tyre wise. The faster tyres, obviously the mediums. It's going to be rough for Toss at the end of the race, though, going this long on those mediums. And yeah, so we'll have to see if there is any rain at the end, as predicted. So
it looks like Honesy and Exotic are also Honesy's closed up to the back of Exotic now.
Yeah, I saw that. It's less than half a second between those two. Honesy, does he have a run on him? No, I think I kind of came off the gas there into turn 1, so he's going to think better of it and try and maybe take him up straight into turn 4. They're both on 18 lap old hard, so there's no real tyre advantage. Honesy doesn't have much battery left, if any at all. He did have DRS, but not enough to get past Exotic. So great to see Exotic up there as well. As I was mentioning before, he's had a great sort of last 4 or 5 weeks. I've seen him race across a few leagues, and he's been really consistent, a sort of top 5, top 10 runner. So we'll see how high he can go today, and if there's a podium in there for him. I think it would be very, very well deserved for him if he did. Alright, so these are our 2 leaders. Frog LaBelle, he is close behind Cornet now. So we saw him have... Cornet just had a big moment as well.
And Toss is going to get out of DRS range too. That's going to really hurt Cornet going on to this next straight as Honesy boxes.
And Cornet's on those hard tyres as well. So that makes it a little bit harder for him. Frog looks like he's going to get a pretty good run. He's going to have to go up the inside. And Cornet's going to make him earn it. He does. So Frog LaBelle's able to get through. Oh no, I think that was Cornet's gone around there. That was turn 3 coming onto the straight. So we saw him have a big moment earlier. Honesy's coming out there, and then he's got to have... so this is huge for... Cornet's lost it at turn 4. So I don't know if he got hit from... Yeah, he's off. So I don't know if there was contact there from behind, but he's gone right off. He's dropped down into...
And he's got a 10-second time penalty. That's his race ruined.
For exceeding track limits. So he's dropped all the way down into P12. So we saw him struggling on those hard tyres. He had a few moments of oversteer at the end of the last lap and in the beginning of this lap, and then it's all gone wrong for him at turn 4. So he's dropped all the way down into P11. The only drivers yet to pit now is
Exotic and Rainer.
Yeah. So I think Exotic's gone around already. Yep, he has. Rainer's pitting now. So that will just leave us Exotic to pit. He's on the hard, so he's going to go as long as he possibly can. Well, lap 21 of 36. So Righty Boy and Toss the Caber are in P3 and P6 respectively. It's looking excellent for the constructors, although Honesy and Stuart Little, P5, P7. A little bit too little too late from those guys at the moment though. But our net leader is essentially going to be 5 scoops. Yep. So he's 4.1 seconds behind Exotic, but obviously Exotic needs a pit. More importantly though, 7.7 seconds down the road to Toss. So this is looking pretty good for 5 scoops. He's in a good
The clouds
position.
are starting to look grey. We're starting to get some clouds appear. I think it's going to come too late though. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
I called it. I said there isn't going to be rain. I'm still sticking by it isn't going to be rain, but I'm happy to be proven wrong.
There's exotic boxes.
So he finally enters the pit. His teammates in P10 currently. He's giving chase to Giamma, so they're just coming around turn 13 now. Sorry, turn 12 that is. Turn 13 now. We'll see how low Exotic will go as Honesy sets the fastest time. The 109 flat. And I think Exotic's going to come out P5. So he's in it to win it. He's definitely a podium chance here. Honesy went onto the softs as well.
Yeah, so does Exotic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he'll be able to make it home on them. That's fine. Yep. So, all right. So, good strategy from those two drivers. They've got 5 scoops as a 7-lap old hards, and then Toss the Caber and Frog the Bell are both on medium tyres. So, Honesy and Exotic, definitely a chance to score a podium here. I don't think that's going to be enough, though, in terms of the Constructors' Championship, as it's Toss is in P2 and Righty Boys in P6, so they're going to get a pretty good haul of points.
Yeah, well, they're both scoring below the two hot. Yeah, there won't be enough.
Yeah. Who else do we have down there? Oricale in P8, so he qualified P7. We've seen him in a few little incidents. Giamma, he qualified P6, so those two sort of haven't really gone anywhere. Their races have sort of just maintained, if you like. Yeah, Cool Beans will be disappointed. Started P4 and he's about to go into P9. Overtake Giamma into turn 1. He's got the inside run for turn 2. Turn 3, the Curve de Sol, and he's got it done. So he moves into P9. He started P4 with his qualifying ban. We saw him have the early race incident. Stuart Little looking to go around the outside of Oricale at turn 4. He is not able to get that done. So Oricale is able to fight back through 6 and 7. And he keeps Stuart Little behind him. So he's still having a good race though. Whoever predicted that Stuart Little wouldn't finish in the points for the 5th race in a row. He's got 13 laps to prove him wrong. He's on 9-lap old hards though. So he's got runners on mediums behind him. Gets a little bit of oversteer there. In the meantime though, Frog the Bell looking to put the move on Toss the Caber as they come across the start-finish line. Both on the medium tyres, a little bit fresher for Frog. The Canadian, I think we worked out from last week. Can't quite get it done there, so he's going to have another go up the straight. He doesn't have any
DRS.
Oh no! So and Frog doesn't have any battery either left. He's used it all. So Toss is able to hold that second position, but we're going to have to see for how much longer. There's still 12 laps left.
Looks like Honesy's starting to close up.
I was just about to say, Honesy just lurking in the background. Oh no, Frog's run right into Toss there. That was at turn 8. I don't know what happened there, but he ran right into the back of him. I don't know if he's got any damage. He is. Oh no. So that's great for Honesy there. Honesy's in peace. Oh no. And he's almost turned it around there, Frog. So, here comes through Exotic. He's able to come through unscathed. So Exotic's into P4. So nice driving from Exotic there. Honesy's into P3. This is going to be interesting now. So can they both chase down Toss? Is Frog the Bell going to pit? Yes, he is. So I have no idea why he ran into the back of Toss there. Toss didn't look like he...
Just a mistake, maybe.
Yeah, we saw Frog make a mistake last week. I think he got mixed up with Cornet into turn 3, into the left-hander there. So not too sure what's happened to him there, but he's dropped right down into P12. So with 11 laps left, that's pretty much his race done. This is Stuart Little in P7. Now we'll just keep an eye on the driver to keep an eye on would be... before I do that, they go 3 wide into turn... turn 4. This is Rainer Zufall. It's Cornet and Giamma. Cornet trying to come back and resurrect his race after that issue before. He's got the 10-second time penalty. The only driver with a penalty today, which is good to see. Rainer Zufall fighting tooth and nail.
Bumping wheels.
Yeah, I think these two are pretty good friends as well, with Will Ans too in there. So Cornet not giving it up without a fight. Neither is Rainer Zufall. So they're going to fight to the death. This has got ending in tears written all over it. Oh, they touch again. They touch again. So they're
still side by side.
And Rainer's finally able to get done. He's got battery as well, and he's got the DRS. Oh no, Cornet's got DRS and battery. He's going to go up the start-finish line. He does get it done, so he moves into P9. Rainer Zufall's in P10. Giamma just...
Honzi's closed up to toss, actually.
Oh, just before that battle...
back.
Yeah, I was about to say, just before that battle started, I was going to say, let's keep an eye on Honzi, but we've got him on the screen now. So, Rainer Zufall and Cornet exchanging positions again.
Side by side again.
This is coming through turn 6 now. Oh
no!
Rainer runs him wide. Cornet goes off as well. Oh, he's lost the wing end plate. That's his race over pretty much. So
I assume he'll retire.
It had tears written all over it, and it did end in tears. All right, so those two have finished their little battle there. We'll see what happens in terms of stewards after the race. So that was, I think there's a McLaren there pitting. Too sure about Honzi. Takes Toss into turn 1. Toss has got the inside run for turn 2, and he's able to fight back and keep that position. Honzi doesn't have much battery left. He's using all of it now. He's got the DRS.
No battery at all, though.
Toss has got some battery, and he had DRS as well. Into turn 4. So this is a cracking battle between these two. Van Rocco's ahead. Looks like he's ghosted out. He's in P19 currently. He's had a shocker. Frog LaBelle goes the fastest lap with a 108.8. But this is for our final podium position. It's 5 scoops doing it pretty easily. He's 9.7 seconds down the road. Exotic's only 2.3 seconds away from these two. So if they keep on battling, this is going to open it up for Exotic to give him a best chance at a podium. Righty Boy's in P5. Oricale's in P6. The other Renault, Stuart Little, is in P7. Rainer Zufall coming past there as well. What have we got here? So Rainer Zufall, who's ghosted out there? Is that Will Ans or Cornet? I'm not sure.
Looks like Holmes is going to try around the outside at turn 1. It's chaos everywhere. Action.
Yeah, it's hard
side by side.
Hard to keep up with it all. Yeah, so Toss still doesn't let him get through. And they're going to go up the front straight. So Honzi doesn't have any battery left. Can't get it up the inside of turn 4. Alright, so this is great driving from both these drivers. Toss has done a great job to keep Honzi behind him. We know how fast Honzi is. We've seen him in this league many times. We've seen him in NRL as well. We've only got 8 laps left.
Honzi looks like he's having some connection issues. He hasn't lagged out, but it looks like he's really struggling with his connection. His Exotic is closing up now too. He's only 1.5 behind. He almost has DRS.
So this is going to be a good opportunity for the American to get on the podium here. With these two continuing to fight, he's right up close. So we can see him in the picture now. Oh, he is having connection issues, isn't he? Yeah, he's sort of all over the place, Honzi.
The skies are getting very dark now, but I think it might still be too late.
I don't know if it's going to be wet enough to affect the race, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so Honzi he's got minimal battery left again. He's using all of it. He's got the DRS. He does it. He gets up the inside of turn 4. So nice work from Honzi. He moves into P2. So it took him a few laps, but he was able to get it done. Now the question is, can he hold that position? What has Toss got? He's on 13 lap old mediums. So that's not going to put him in a good position. Exotic, though, is right behind Toss. So this is the absolute best chance we've seen all season for Exotic to get onto the podium.
Yes.
In the meantime, though, 5 Scoops has just walked away with this. He's nearly 10 seconds in front of Honesy. He's just cleared out, and he's
the robot.
Yeah, he's just a bit of a time trial for him today. He's cruising in the Ferrari. This is Stuart Little, so he's in P8. He's chasing down Oricale. We'll keep an eye on the Toss and Honesy battle and Exotic. He's closing down to half a second. He's got DRS up the back straight. He's not using his battery though, Exotic.
Yeah, they're about equal on battery charge. So, looks like Honesy's going to drop Toss from DRS here.
Yeah, he's almost a second. He's almost gapped in that critical second. So I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think Toss is going to be able to keep him. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with him at the moment. Who else do we have? Oricale and Stuart Little. They're battling it out, as well as Cool Beans. I'll try and follow all of the action, but it is all happening all over the place though. So cracking last race of the season. It's been a great season, so it's fitting to have such a great race to finish it off. So Exotic now, he's got DRS. He doesn't have any battery though. Might not need the battery to send it down the inside of turn 1. No, he doesn't. All right,
makes better of it.
Yeah. Might save it for the back straight, and he does. He opens up his DRS now, pulls out of the slipstream pretty early there. And he's going to go up the inside of turn 4. So, is he able to get it done? Toss is not going to let it up without a fight. He's going to go up the inside, so Toss takes it back. Ooh, they don't touch. I thought they might have touched it for a second there. Maybe Exotic got a bit of a rough traction out of there. But I'd say with 5 laps left, this is going to be a monumental task for Toss to keep Exotic behind him. Honesy's got it now to that DRS.
Oh, he's off. Oh
no.
Off.
Oh, no. So that's not great for Toss, but it's great for Exotic. He moves into P3. Not too sure what happened with Toss there. He's on those older mediums.
I think he just had a traction issue.
Yeah. So we've seen a couple of drivers like that today. But this is Exotic moving into P3 with 4 laps left. Can he do it?
I just love that. I do have some personal bias, but I just love that. Really good from Exotic.
Yeah, I think so too. I watched him last night. He was in a position to get a podium, and yeah, the server just decided to pack up while he was a red hot chance. So it's great. Oh, and that's Stuart Little running very wide across turn 2. So it was great, just great to see him where he is right now. But we've got 4 laps left, so anything could happen. It's 5 scoops from Honesy from Exotic. Toss the Caber, Righty Boy, Cool Beans, Oricale, Stuart Little, Rainer Zufo, Giamma is our top 10. Just having a look now. Giamma, he's giving chase to Rainer Zufo. Who's the ghosted Red Bull? Is it? No, Cornet's pitted. He's going to go for a fastest lap.
So I assume it's Will.
Yeah, so Will's ghosted out. I think Van Rocco's ghosted out today somehow as well.
Well, actually, I think they might still both be racing, but they're being lapped by the cars in P10, yeah. So they might just be ghosted for that reason.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So Stuart Little and Oricale, these two have been together most of the race. They're P7, P8, so good result for both of them. Looks like Haas is going to take the Constructors' Championship, yes. Though. That's pretty much a given. They're P4 and P5. So we got to give a shout out to Kachow though, because he's raced with Toss for most of this season. So he was able to help get Haas in that position. Righty Boy's been a great substitute as well, coming in off the bench and filling in for Kachow. So we want to give a shout out to Kachow. We know he's not racing in this league anymore, but he's definitely helped contribute a lot to Haas being in the position that they're in at the moment. So big shout out to him. And but at the moment it's Toss and Righty Boy bringing it home for those guys. All right, 3 laps left. We've kind of settled down. The closest 2 on track is Stuart
I think I'm
Little
starting to see some raindrops on the game, the POV.
Yes, I'm starting to see them too.
I don't think there's definitely not enough time for a box to be worth it, but
no.
They will make it tricky for these last couple of laps for the drivers.
Generally, it's you can go a fair. I've noticed that you can sort of go a fair while on the softer tyres before that crossover period happens. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be enough time for it to have any effect on the race. Van Rocco's got the intermediates though. He's got nothing to lose down in P20. Righty Boy and Cool Beans. So Cool Beans is able to get past Righty Boy for P5 since the good recovery drive from Cool Beans. He's P4 in the championship, and that's where he wants to keep it. So nice drive there from the Canadian. Canadian, is he Cool Beans? No, he's Dutch, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. It's hard to keep up with all the different nationalities. Cool Beans, Racing Point driver. We'll leave it at that. Cornet goes fastest lap at 108.8. So nice lap from the Dutchman down in P17. So he's had a few incidents today. Lap 35-36, rain is starting to fall, but I don't think it's going to be enough to make a difference.
There can be a point where it gets very close on the curves, so if you can hear me, I'd stay off the curves, please.
Stuart Little going up the inside of Oricale into turn 1. A little bit of a touch there. They touch again. Oricale fights back. He's going to have to go around the outside through turn 3 under the front straight. He's got battery and he's got DRS as well. Runs a little bit wide. But Stuart Little's able to hold it. So he goes into turn 4 in front of Oricale.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oricale! Oh no! That was through turn 4. He's right into the wall there. I believe he's lost most of his front wing. He's lost half of his front wing. Yeah, alright. So I'm not too sure. I don't know if that was the rain that's caused that. But,
I don't know. But it's getting very slick out there, I assume.
Yeah,
there just becomes a point where the track just gets this little saturation. You can still run these dry tires, but they just feel nowhere near as nice.
Yeah, it's starting to get pretty greasy now. We're on the last lap, so 5 Scoops has begun, hit the final lap. He's in turn 4. We'll pick him up shortly. It's looking like Exotic. I don't want to jinx it. All right, yes. So Stuart Little. He's giving chase to Righty Boy. This is going to be the last lap for him to try and overtake him. But as we talked about, Haas is going to take home the constructors. We'll just have a look at in terms of Mercedes. Where did Delta Lima finish? So P13. So the prediction's not going to come true for him. Oricale's in the pits to fix that wing that's what we saw earlier. Can Stuart Little get P6? Because P1, 2 and 3 are pretty much sewn up. Alright, as 5 Scoops now, he's just coming through the final turn, so he's absolutely cruised today. The man with the hardest PSN name to pronounce, he takes P1, so well done to 5 Scoops. P1 does a little pirouette over the line there. Let's see if Honesy can match him coming home in P2 as he weaves across the line. He's going to give it a go. No, he doesn't. And Exotic, a very, very well-earned P3 podium to Exotic. So congratulations to him. Toss the caber. He's going to come home in P4 for
His
Haas.
pirouette was pretty nice.
Yeah, Cool Beans, what has he got for us? He's going to come home in P5. Well done to Cool Beans. Righty Boy! And Stuart Little. It said that it changed, so it says Righty Boy's finished P6, Stuart Little P7.
0.018.
Just got it on the screen there as well. So Rainer Zoo Falls finished P8, P9 to Giamma, P10 to Frog LaBelle, Mike Edwards P11. Delta Lima's finished P12, Big Boy 85. He's going to come across the line.
Looks like Mike Edwards came across the line with a puncture. I don't know if you can see that.
No, not at the moment. So Big Boy is going to cross the line. Cornet P14, so a very rough race for him. Adamar and then Oricale went on to the intermediates.
Adamar wants to do some donuts.
So I think there was some real close finishes there between Giamma, Frog LaBelle and Righty Boy and Stuart Little on the line there, as we see Adamar doing some
getting his donuts in.
He hasn't finished yet. He's still yet to cross the line.
Sorry, Adamar, if you could finish now.
Yeah, he's the only one yet to finish. But well done to 5 Scoops. That was a commanding performance. It was pole position for him, and then it was pretty much a lights to flag run. He run that pretty comfortably. We'll see if we can get him on the line. I don't know if he has a microphone. I know Exotic does. And who did we get in P2? It was
Holmesy.
Honesy. I don't think Honesy has a
Yes.
microphone either. So we'll see if Five Scoops does. I think he might. I think he's asked for an interview in the past. I know Exotic does, so we'll definitely get him on.
But here's our podium.
Yeah, so well done to Five Scoops, well done to Honesy. Another solid performance from him, and Exotic, absolutely fantastic. So his best finishing position before today was 10th. So 10th twice. So well done to him. That's our finishing position. So Haas have taken home the constructors pretty easily there with P4 and P6 today. Stuart Little got points, so that prediction didn't come to fruition.
That's right. All of you were wishing down on Stuart Little.
Yeah, so five scoops. Let us know in the Discord if you've got if you have a thing that we can if you have a microphone that we can do an interview with you. In the meantime, we'll see if we can get Exotic on the line. I'll bring him up. I'm friends with him, so that makes it a bit easier. All right. Just waiting. Oh no, what's happening? Yeah, good race. It was very exciting. It was hard to keep up with all of the action. Actually, it was. I thought it was fantastic though. I thought it was. Oh, so you've added him? Is that right? Yes. Ah, awesome. All right, we'll wait for him. Yeah, I thought it was a great race. It was. Yeah, very exciting. Lots of action as well. Just a few shout outs to the guys on the stream. It was Roberto Hadji-Michael. Thank you very much for the compliments there as well. Really appreciate it. So, and everyone watching as well. But yeah, it was a good race. It was action packed, that's for sure. The Oricale overtake on lap 8. I thought was fantastic.
Yes.
And what was your moment of the race? I've got my moment of the race is Exotic getting his podium. That's my.
I thought that was brilliant. There's some personal bias, but yes.
Yeah. I was after last night. I was cheering him on a bit. I do believe we have him on the line. Exotic, are you there?
Correct.
Excellent.
Because I did not do that last time.
No, we couldn't hear you properly.
I think it should be good. At least I hope it is.
If you've checked all the boxes, then it'll work.
Yeah, they're all checked.
Yeah, okay, then so how was the how was the race? How was the just overall? How do you feel about your result there?
Ooh, absolutely amazing. Actually got instead of having like most of my race, I had actual overtakes. I got P3 on pure pace instead of other people causing each other to have incidents and stuff. I mean, a few people spun out, but I mean that's gonna happen. I'm not sure what happened to Cornier because he was ahead of me for a while, and then ended up P14.
So Cornier had a incident with someone else. I think it wasn't Toss, but it was. I think he spun on his own on traction, and then he had an incident with Guillaume or Oricale.
Was that after the safety or not?
Yeah,
after pit stops?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's because I was like, he should have come out ahead of me. Because Honesy actually made a brilliant call by undercutting me, and that's what allowed him to get ahead. Because I knew I couldn't make 17 laps on the softs, so I stayed out 2 or 3 extra laps, and it ended up costing me 2 to 3 seconds to Honesy. But in the end, we still ended up catching Toss and getting a podium, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So how did you feel about the hard stint? It looked like the hards were treating you well.
Oh yeah, they were pretty good. Early on in the race, they were definitely a little slippery with high fuel, but I started setting PBs late in my stint, so that's what also led me to stay out a little bit longer. I was like, I'm still putting in decent lap times. There's no need to go yet, and if I can't make it to the end, you know.
Yeah. And out of curiosity, how did the rain feel at the end? Was it very noticeable at that point? I think it started raining for 3 laps, but I wasn't sure if you would been able to feel it or if the drivers could feel it.
Not really, but I was like, oh crap, it's actually raining out of nowhere, because it was completely dry, and all of a sudden you go through, I think it was right at the start of Sector 3 before the long straight. It literally, you just see a big spat of rain come out in the corner, but the track wasn't too wet, so it didn't feel too slippery.
Alright, that's good, man. I'm personally very proud of you, and I thought it was a really good race. A lot of stuff happened in front of you, but you made the most of it.
Yeah.
Well done. After obviously the race that you had in the morning in FRL as well. So after that race, really well deserved podium, man. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
No worries.
Have a good weekend, man.
You too.
You too.
All right.
And I believe we have 5 Scoops on here. He's questioning his English capabilities, but I think he'll be fine. 5 Scoops, how's your race?
First of all, to hear real English is also awesome for me, because I only sometimes school English, and it's so different to English what I can hear.
You're all good, dude.
It's okay.
There's no one in here's judging, man. Your English sounds fine at the moment, dude. So don't stress. Take your time. Take your time.
So how was qualifying?
My qualifying was first bad, because I spun on the mediums. I don't know how this happened, but yeah, sometimes this can happen. And then, my lap was quite good. Took the pole position and was happy with that. I was confused where Honzi was, not Honzi. Kane. I thought he will be P2 right behind me, but
so
it's P8.
I can tell you. So he had a traction control incident, I think, coming out of turn 3. I think maybe on the hards, and then he had an incident with Oracle or Guillaume afterwards. So that kind of put him out of the race.
Yeah. So he had he had a couple.
Okay, thank you.
Once he went onto the hard tyres, I don't think they really suited him, and he had a couple of sort of traction issues. And then, as Ben said.
Did you have any other difficulties? Your stint looked almost robotic. Me and Nick were talking about it. You just looked like you were cruising.
First of all, my start was very bad, but I think it was a bug from the game or a glitch, because I had the 5 red lights and the others behind me started the race, so I was a little bit confused. I had a fight with the Racing Point, but he pushed so hard, his ERS were so down. I could easily overtook him, and then it was just manage the tires, the energy. It was a little bit easy, but the start was crazy.
Yeah, and one further question: did you, like I asked Exotic, did you feel the rain at all whatsoever, or was it just pretty smooth at the end of the lap or at the end of the race?
The rain was in the first laps not so bad, but in the last lap of the race I already felt it, because the hards have already not the best grip, and then with rain it's horrible. But it was okay.
Okay, yeah. Well done, man. You did a great job. Me and Nick were just super impressed. And every time I see you race, man, it's just like it's like a robot. I'm vanquished by the Terminator.
I've got a quick question before you go, though. All right.
Yes.
So, how do you pronounce your name? How do you pronounce it?
Wow, that's such a good question.
Give it to us. Give it to us from
eyes.
Man, it's why dude?
Google nice.
Why do you
Google eyes?
Google nice. Yeah.
Okay. So where does it come from? It's 5 scoops, right? That's the way. That's what Google Translate pretty much says. 5 scoops. Where does it come? Where does it come from? What does it mean?
Yes, it means where it comes from is this question.
Yeah.
First of all, my friends I have in school and something like this have the same name with 0 scoops of ice, 1 scoops of ice, 2 scoops of ice, 3 scoops of ice. And so I thought, 5 scoops of ice would be nice too.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, it's Ben can pronounce it really well, because I believe Ben knows German. I struggle a lot with it.
I'm fishing.
Yeah, my Australian doesn't really translate very well to German. So, but yeah, congratulations, mate. I'm the same as Ben. Pretty much every time I've ever seen you race, it's usually your P1 and very fast. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good day, mate.
All right, cool. So that was our last race. I don't think Honesy was P3, but he doesn't have a microphone, I believe. So is that the end of our interviews, Ben?
See if we can get Van Rocco to maybe join, see how he felt about the season overall, if we could talk about that. But I don't know if he's...
Really good... yeah, he's usually up for it. It's a good idea as well. Well, in the meantime, while you're doing that, yeah, I think it was a fantastic season in terms of... it was a well-deserved champion in terms of Cornet. It was fought very closely to the end. And we do have my main man, Van Rocco, on the line.
Hello there.
How are you?
After that race, not great.
Walk us through it. How was the wheel again this week?
It's all right. It's a work in progress, definitely. The first stint, I had reasonable pace first stint until I spun, and then it was just a case of I was battling from then on, and I was just in my own little world. I was about 20 seconds away from anyone, so I was just using it as a practice session, which I've been doing for the last 2 races anyway. So yeah, not great today, but there you go.
Just getting ready for next season. Next season, you'll come back and blitz them.
Exactly. I'll be Sekt Kugel nice next season.
Well, I don't know if you heard him. We've got him on the line, but he gave us the reasoning behind the name as well. So his friends have all got
to it,
different scoop numbers. So that's actually pretty cool. So, well, I guess while we've got you, this is the last race. What did you think of the championship? Another full grid today. It's been fantastic.
It's been absolutely amazing. There's been one race where we haven't had. I think it was 18 or 19. That was it.
Yeah.
And the rest of the season, every single race has been full. So I'm so thankful for everyone turning up every week and putting the time and the effort in to make it basically. Because it makes a huge difference with the championship with its full grids. When you haven't got full grids, it can kind of, what's the word? Disadvantageous or advantageous to some drivers rather than others. They're getting more points than they should be getting. So it's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job of running it and organising the Discord and then obviously the notebook every week, which is fantastic, and that you and Lima, you and Delta Lima help do, and all the graphics and stuff that Delta does, and I only do the hot lap, but just from that, like the time and effort you got to put into that, I don't know what it's like compared to having to do a notebook every week and get all the predictions and do all that sort of stuff. So very time consuming, I could imagine, and I think you do a fantastic job of it every week. So just adds to the league, and from what I can tell, everyone enjoys it as well. So yeah, great job. Yeah. Doing that this year, you and Lima, you and Delta, and what do I keep calling him Lima? You and Delta, and it's been fantastic. Hopefully upwards and onwards onto season 3.
Exactly, yeah, and obviously thank you for yourself as well for helping us out with it, giving us your laps and all that. That adds a real, like I say, personal touch to it.
Yeah,
so
my
it's
pleasure.
Nice that we've got you to do that. Yeah,
it's been awesome.
That's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, it has been.
All right, well, might as well wrap it up then. We'll let you guys go, and then Ben and myself, we can do a quick little wrap up, and we'll finish off the season.
Sounds good.
Okay,
cheers. All right,
thank you.
Thanks, fellas.
Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Is it okay if I want to say hello to my dad in German? Because he watched all the races, all the season when I drive. And
that's so cool. Yeah, say whatever you want to him in German.
Ja, okay. Hallo Papa, viel Spaß beim Gucken des Streams. Guckst immer fleißig die Saison. Und bis morgen. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Worries.
Danke.
That was cool. All right. Thanks for Exotic, Delta, Van Rocco, and 5 Scoops for jumping on board with us. And
thank you for 5 Scoops' father watching us all season.
Yeah. Well, I gave a shout out to, I think Stuart Little's girlfriend watches this sometimes as well, and there's people on the stream who watch us every week, so we really do appreciate that. I think we get quite a few views every week as well, so it's only growing on the CCR network. I'd like to personally thank you as well, Ben, for, I know we haven't co-commentated the whole season, but we've done the majority of the season. It's been an absolute pleasure. And everyone else involved in the league as well. It's been fantastic this season. It's made getting up early on a Monday morning very enjoyable before I go to work, and looking forward to doing it all again next season. But thank you very much. You've been awesome, and hopefully
thank you a lot.
Continue.
You've done a lot for this our whole network and every league we do. So we all thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure. And I see all the comments and all the feedback as well, and I appreciate every single person who leaves me feedback, and I know everyone really appreciates it as well. And I feel very appreciated, feel very grateful to be part of really great community as well. I said last week with NRL, it's the people that make the community, and it's very much the same in SFR as well. It's a lot of similar people, and it is a really great community. So if you're thinking of joining the league as a reserve, or want to have a chat to Van Rocco, he's more than approachable, and you should definitely do that. So, all right, so we'll do just a little bit of housekeeping. So, overtake of the race, lap 8, Oricale. We both agree with that one?
Yes.
Yep, awesome. And then it was Exotic, was moment of the race.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. Do you have anything you want to leave us with before we go?
I'd just like to thank everyone who drives, because we can't commentate over anything without everyone showing up to drive every week. And the races have been really good. Sometimes in some leagues you get some not I don't want to say dull races, but sometimes they can settle into a rhythm. And we had a couple of those this season, but I'd say overall most of the races were pretty thrilling in my opinion. And I was really grateful for that. So I'd just like to thank the drivers. Once again, even though I know I talked about this last week.
Yeah, I second that. The quality of the driving in this league is quite phenomenal, and it is a very high quality, and I think that's you see that in the racing. I think the only dull race that I can really remember, I think, would be probably Canada, but the rest of them were fantastic. So thanks to everyone that makes this league go around. Thanks to all the drivers. Thanks to you, Ben. Thanks to everyone for watching. We thank you very much. So until then, see you all next season. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you for Season 3 of SFR on the CCR Network.